going on? Guys ready for a nice big heavyweight fight? This is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun one, man. I'm very excited. This is actually a pretty solid card overall, typical PBC fashion. I think we're going to have some interesting fights. Abner Ramirez coming back. Isaac Cruz. Pitbull's going to be in the ring. And then, of course, Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz. It's going to be fun, man. Ortiz via... Oh, really? Picking Ortiz for the win via points. Nice. What's going on, Captain? Yeah, the thing with this fight, I'll be quite honest. I think a lot of people are favoring Andy. I'm sure Andy is the favorite, just due to age alone. But he's in a ring with a very, very, very solid boxer, and we're really gonna see what Andy's like right now. He did not lose as much weight as I thought he might, and it's not a bad thing, but I was curious about how it would be. I was curious about how that would all play out. I think Ortiz KOs Andy. See, that's the other part. That's actually not a bad take either, because Andy Ruiz has a tendency to get clipped. He's been clipped by lesser opponents, such as Chris Arreola and stuff like that. If he gets clipped, we saw the power of Luis Ortiz against Wilder. Wilder, we know, has a pretty solid chin. So, Dude, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Andy does get hit. There is a chance there, especially, with that Cuban background of Ortiz. He's a solid boxer. So Andy Ruiz, from his last fight, did gain weight. That's actually true. So he went from the Anthony Joshua, the very first fight that he fought Joshua. He was at 268. Then he went up to 283. Then he went down for Chris Arreola to 256. And now he's back up to 268. So he's gone up and down. He's yo-yoed a little bit. I mean, yeah, exactly. If you get clipped by Ortiz, yeah, you're not going to come out of it unscathed if you're dropped by Chris Arreola one too was a little bit of a flash knockdown. It wasn't a brutal kind of knockdown or anything like that, but still, it just shows that Andy can be hit. I think that he needs to be careful, man. So Dankwoods, you beat Ruiz, really. I mean, I think this will be fun to see where both guys are in their career, because I think that there's a lot of questions for both guys. Luis Ortiz doesn't have a lot more fights in him at his current age. Andy, we all want, back in the day, very cool. I think with Andy, we want to see where he is at this point, because he had such that crazy rise beating AJ the first time, such a brutal fall after losing to AJ. The Chris Arreola fight was not a special fight and wasn't an impressive fight from him. So it is a kind of an interesting idea to see where he is in terms of top 10 heavyweights. Where does he kind of match up? Because, guys fluctuate, right? Yeah, Power, it's going to be, it's going to be an awesome fight. I agree, man. I absolutely agree. Yeah, it's definitely going to be I think it's going to be a good fight regardless of the outcome. I have to agree. Burger King emblem. Well, the thing with Andy is, so look, let's look at the heavyweight landscape a little bit and talk about it, okay? So we have Usyk as the king right now because we don't know what's going on with Tyson Fury. He hasn't given up the WBC belt, but he also hasn't said he's coming back, and it looks like he's going to be maybe doing some WWE stuff. So we don't know what's going on with him. You look at Wilder's coming back against Helenius, which is actually a pretty solid match to come back to. Other than those big guys, it's kind of opened up a little bit now that we just saw White. White, he's kind of interesting, but at the same time, he's just that unrefinedness from him. I love his style. He's a fun guy to watch. But you just never know with White, because he does get hurt. Parker's looking really good right now. Deontay Wilder's coming back to do damage. I guarantee he is. You know, Parker, now that he's in a new camp, new trainer, he looked really good in his rematch with Chisora. There's a lot of factors here in this heavyweight division, right? You know, Deontay Wilder, villain arc. I love that, man. But, you know, I think that we're going to find out, hopefully, soon what's going on. One of the other things I will mention is Tyson Fury talked about coming back and fighting in December against AJ. AJ's still a top guy. I mean, he's still in there. But obviously, he's taken a step back from Usyk. He's not going to beat Usyk. Yeah, I don't think he beats Tyson Fury. Him versus Wilder, I think, is always a fun debate. And you could probably debate until you're blue in the face, which many fans have done. You know, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it all plays out. But in general, we have a really interesting heavyweight division. I don't think that anyone is completely, you know, invincible. There's definitely a possibility of someone losing, no matter who they are. You know, Usyk versus if Tyson Fury comes back, right, man? Leon, what's going on? You know, if Tyson Fury comes back, there's some people that feel very strongly that he can beat Usyk and that he should beat Usyk. Some people are like, I don't know. Usyk, I think, has a good chance. There's kind of a mixed feeling there. And then you start looking at some of the other guys in the play, like Joe Joyce, right? He's going to be fighting Parker. What if Joe Joyce beats Parker? Where do you put him? I mean, I believe he's going to be pretty close to mandatory, I think, for the WBO. So he starts getting in the mix. And do we get a rematch of Parker versus Usyk, who they fought in the past? How did you feel when AJ lost against Ruiz? That was a great... I remember that moment because I was shocked. Not that I didn't think that... Well, one, I knew Andy purely from the Parker fights. And that when he fought Parker, I think he had some really good moments in that. And he showed that he had pretty top-level boxing. And he's obviously known for his hand speed. But AJ just seemed kind of on a roll, like unstoppable at the time. So I was like, Andy's going to lose this. You know, he's 11-1 odds. And so when he did it, it really just shows the fact that Andy's a little bit different than what AJ's probably comfortable with, or AJ overlooked him, I think, to a degree, to be honest. AJ was already talking about various other fights he wanted to have. I remember that. Andy Ruiz was not taken very serious when he fought AJ, and that was a mistake. Because if you look at how fast AJ came in right at him to try to get him out of that fight and not respect the fact that Andy has quick hands and he's a very capable boxer, he paid for it. WBC gave Fury, he gave him a date to make a decision, and the date's already passed, right? I think it's about up. It's very close if it hasn't. I have not seen anything that says that he's given up the belt officially yet, which I kind of hate. You know? Cruz is gonna murder. Oh, dude. Esau Cruz, Pitbull is a he has that style, man. That's fun. He's a crowd pleaser, that's for sure. He's a crowd pleaser. The bigger question is how's Abner Mirez gonna do? He's been out of the ring for years. That's my question. I mean, Abner, I'm glad that he's able to fight if he wants to. I don't know if I'd recommend it. I'm just so nervous. I don't want him to have any permanent damage, you know, to be respectful about it all. No, I don't think Cruz should have got the nod for the Tank fight. I think it was close. I do think it was close. And the problem I had with it is Tank gave up a lot of rounds. Cruz slowed down at the end. Tank did better at the last rounds, if I'm remembering this correctly. And I think that in the end, I do think Tank got the nod, which I think was correct, but it was crazy close. Could you make an argument for a draw maybe? Yeah, I don't think I would have given it all outright to RUIZ, but it was pretty close. Pretty close. So, and I think the other thing we have to remember is Tank, yeah, granted he had a broken hand, but that happens. Yeah, he did. He broke his hand, I believe, in the 4th round. And look, that happens. I totally understand that. You know, Manuel, thanks for your follow. I appreciate that. You know, like, I understand that. Lomachenko's, you know, been injured in fights and easily won still. A lot of guys have done that. It's really tough to do. So, you know, props to him for getting the job done. Probably got a little bit of help from the judges in terms of sealing the deal. Mirez is trying to fight Tank in December. Ooh, that's I don't know. I don't know if you really want, I don't know if I'd recommend that smoke to him, Dana. You know? Trying so hard, not to show it. Yeah, exactly. You know, you can only do so much. There's a great fight. Lomachenko had some serious issues in a couple of fights. He actually did against Jorge Linares. He had another one where I cannot remember the guy's name, but I want to say the guy was Ty, and he broke his hand. He clearly did. He clearly broke his hand, and he had to fight one-handed. And props to any guy that could deal with any of those injuries and continue to fight. I think one thing I've learned about Tank, I see a couple things with Tank. One, I like the fact he's sticking at lightweight. He's not trying to mess around with weight classes as much. I think that's smart. And then also I like that I'm seeing Tank just seems more dedicated, and I think he seems more mature than he did in the past. I don't expect him to miss weight anymore. He just seems a little bit more well-rounded. Do you think Ryan deserves a fight with Tank? Honestly, look, all these young guys, I would love to see him fight. When does it start? We're about to start the main card right now, but you have probably a couple hours until the main. So I would love to see them all fight each other. I would love to see all of them fight each other. But honestly, I don't think we're going to get it. I think Ryan's going to move up to 140. I don't think Tank's going to 140 again. I don't think that you're going to have a lot of biggest issues. You just have promotion issues. You have streaming rights issues, pay-per-view issues. It's just really hard. It's really hard to kind of make that deal. I want to see all of them fight each other. I want to see Haney fight Tank. I want to see all of these guys mix it up. So I don't have a problem being like, yeah, let's do it. You know? But Jake Paul's the GOAT. Oh man. Have you seen the picture of Tank on the training wheels? I have not. Is Joyce versus Parker for #1 contender of the WBC belt? If so, the Fury vacated. Would the winner be versus Usyk for the vacated belt? I don't know the rankings of the WBC. Let me take a quick peek. And that will tell you. I think regardless, the hardest part is who's going to get first crack at Usyk. Even if there is. I know WBO's at play. So let's see. Heavyweight rankings. So right now, the #1 ranked is obviously Tyson Fury. #2 is Deontay Wilder. Then you have Joyce, then you have Parker. So in theory, it might be whoever wins Helenius versus Wilder. In theory. I know Tank best thing that he ever did in boxing. Yeah, dude, when he moved to Atlanta, so smart. So good. I'm really happy. AK, what's going on? You know? I know, I think it's amazing too. Yes, what RUIZ did on short notice with Tank was awesome, dude. So, Cincy, I'm leaning towards Andy by decision, but anything can happen. It's heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen. You know? Todd, what's going on? Yeah, Joe Joyce has done a really nice job of securing #1 rank for WBA and WBO. And he's actually making a case with himself if he beats Parker to get a shot at the belts. You know? Last of Us, what's going on? Can't wait for the Canelo versus Triple G. Yes, Triple G is older, but yeah. So the last two fights were, you know, the super fights. Definitely, absolutely. I can't wait for it too. Thoughts on the lineup? So let's look at the lineup. We have first fight. I know Corrales. I don't know Venezuela all that well. So that one, I can do a little bit more. We can look a little bit more, actually. Let's take a peek on BoxRec right here. So, interesting. Corrales, not much of a KO puncher, it looks like. So, I think that could be a problem. Let's see. Venezuela, let's see. There we go. I have seen him. Much better record. Okay. I think we know who's going to win the first one. Rayo should get the win there. Next after that, Abner's fighting someone I think he should beat, technically. $75 Booker. I don't know, man. They're crazy. PBC goes a little crazy with their prices. Abner Mira should win, but I don't know what he's going to look like, man. I just don't know. Little clean shave, little. And then I'm going to pick Pitbull to win the co-main, and then I'm going to pick Andy to win by decision over Ortiz. That's my general. Those are all, by the way, those are all down the middle safe calls. Those are all super safe calls. There's nothing controversial about anything I just said. So, yeah, John, I agree. It'll be either a quick or a battle. Find out. You know? Got Ruiz 8th round stoppage. I'd love some nice KOs, some nice stoppages in this card. Mix it up a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I love a nice battle, but I don't think I don't think Pitbull can beat Haney or Shakur Stevenson. He's the perfect guy to feed to them though. His style is absolutely gonna hurt him against a guy like Devin Haney. Just because both those guys are such tacticians, man. They're just too technical. Shakur Stevenson's really, really good defensively. Haney's jab is phenomenal. I just don't think Isak Cruz is like 5'5". He just can't get on the inside with those guys. I know he wants to fight in a phone booth and he wants to throw, punches and bunches in high volume. I just don't think he'll be able to do that against those guys. That's why he had some luck against Tank. Tank getting hurt and Tank being a smaller guy, I think that really helped. He has a hell of a chin on him. VPN to the UK, you could pay. That's true. You could pay $13 price for it from the US. Technically, I think you are right, King. Or, just use the right channels and don't pay anything. Free 99 is always good. So that's my general take. I think Isak Cruz has a very fun style for fans, but not a very style that's not going to serve him well against really high level fighters. You know, it's high pressure, high volume fighters, which I really respect. That's a really tough style to do. But really technical guys, man, they're really hard to get in there. You think Black Panther beats Batman tonight? I don't know, man. I have no idea. Oh my God. I think Cruz should go to a lighter weight class, honestly. I think if he could, because his style is made for those lighter weight classes. You know? So, I think Cruz is having... one thing I do like about him is that he's having a moment in the sun, which he might not have gotten if he didn't take that fight. So... Because when he first started, I mean, he's been fighting his entire career at lightweight. And for a guy that's 5'4", I mean, 5'4", yeah, sloppy camera work. You know? Let's see. Ooh. De Los Santos cracked right there a little bit. He's just too small, man. There's some DAZN camera work. That's for sure. Oh, I had the wrong guy. Actually, De Los Santos, I had the wrong guy. BoxRec had it wrong. De Los Santos has an 86% KO percentage. So he's a very dangerous guy. I take back my previous statement. Well, yeah, Tank versus Rivera. I mean, you know Tank. Tank's going to pick fights that make a lot of sense and a lot of money for him and Mayweather. I don't think he's going to be doing anything too crazy. All right. That's not confirmed, is it? I'd love to see it confirmed. I know Ryan mentioned December in a tweet with eye emojis. But I don't think it's been announced, right? He liked it on Insta Live. Oh, okay. Well, I'll believe it when I see the poster. I'll believe it when I see the poster. I heard that he agreed to stuff, but I mean. Oh, we might get a knockout here in the first round. Dude, De Los Santos is fucking hurting him. Sign the papers. I mean, that'd be great. That'd be great. I would love that. My God. De Los Santos is causing some big damage. I think we got a little bit of a lopsided round right now. If they do fight, I want to pick Tank to win. Dude, the DR, they do have bricks in their hands. I want to pick Tank to win against Ryan Garcia, but I just don't know because Ryan's a little bit of a mystery right now. He's interesting because is he going to come down to lightweight? Are they going to fight at 140? That favors Ryan. Yeah, it was Dos Santos definitely won that round. Hard hitting. Ryan's hand speed's nice. His build's nice. I just don't know if he can beat. Tank just seems like a really, really capable boxer and has just really great power. They are fighting 135. So much for Ryan saying he's going up. You think it's going to end this round, John? I wouldn't mind that. Let's move the card along. All right. Oh, man, that jab. Dos Santos' jab is pretty powerful. Talking, what's going on? Ryan was mad that Tank didn't want to fight him at 140. I mean, well, yeah, of course, that gives him an advantage. Yeah. Of course, he only stepped up one time. It doesn't make sense for Tank to fight at 140, honestly. For a prolonged period of time, unless the fight's absolutely necessary and a good fight that he can win or feel comfortable at. Oh, huge punch from De Los Santos. Dude, De Los Santos' jab is mean. Walks around. Dude, the game fight was fun. It was a fun fight. Dude, this is not going to last. I think beyond this round, possibly. De Los Santos. He is just pounding him right now. No wonder this guy has an 86% KO percentage. Jesus, he has bricks for hands. Oh, he gets the knockdown, though. Whoa! That turned around real quick. Already getting a classic right here. This is going to be good, hopefully. Oh, they're going for it, baby. This is how you start a fight card. Oh, he hurt him. Dos Santos, now he's down. Now we're having fun. Are you what? There should be no time. Oh, come on, dude. What are you doing? This is fun. Is he gonna take a point away? What the fuck? That ref just killed the momentum. Oh, come on, ref. What the fuck? So you just destroyed. You just destroyed this. The card starts right now. We're on the first fight of the main card. It's a wild fight, too. Second round, both guys have knocked each other down. Oh! De Los Santos just clipped him with a huge left hand. Man. Great fight so far. Wow. These guys are putting on a show right now. They might steal the show. They might steal the show tonight. Damn, dude. This is a lightweight clash, man, and these boys want it. Wow. Holy shit is right, John. All right, that woke me up a little bit. Let's go. Let's go. Anyone else having issues in Discord? Everyone else is good? Have the same significance as for women's boxing as Taylor Serrano fight? I don't think so. I mean, maybe. But I think I would say no, just purely because I think Taylor and Serrano have fought at a higher level and have just done more. At least that's my opinion. Awesome, King. Thank you. This is fun, man. That's your favorite ref? Man, it goes back down on the canvas. Oh my God. Yeah, I think Richard Steele might be my favorite ref. This is crazy. These guys are letting their hands go. That's why it's fun. Oh, man. Valenzuela, I don't know how he's still in this fight. He's taking huge shots. Oh, huge left hand. And he's going to stop the fight. Okay. I don't know. Huge upset. That was a great upset. Dude, he fucking cracks. De Los Santos cracks. He hits really hard. You know? That was a fun fight. I do think I don't know if I would have stopped it, but it was getting to that point. Cruz versus Rolly, no longer interested. I don't know what Rolly's doing. I have no idea what Rolly's doing. That was nuts. That was a really fun fight. Man. True Jordy said Usyk beat AJ 9-3 and the fight wasn't even close a couple weeks ago. That's pretty much what happened. 407, what's going on, man? If I was the ref, I wouldn't have. Yeah. I think it was getting pretty borderline that round. That was getting pretty borderline. True Jordy pretty much called it for the most part, tall kid. Too young to get KO'd. I also think if you're seeing, let's see what he looks like. Hold on, they're gonna show it. His legs are not good, and they're showing the knockdown right now. AJ was a lot better. Browns Nation, what's going on? He was getting beat up. Let's see it right here. They're going to show it. Great first fight, man. Huge first fight. It's good, man. Nice long weekend. How's yours? I wish they showed it a little bit more. That was... His legs were so wobbly after that other knockdown that he did an 8 count on. It might have been I think that might have been a good call. Let's see what Twitter has to say, boys. All right. Brandon Lee said, damn. 3-round war. People are pretty happy with this first First fight. I didn't see him hit him while he was on the knee, but I could have been wrong. Let's see some of these replays. Kay Flores would have died out there. Yeah. Ooh, huge shot. I mean, it's not a bad call, I think. That was a monster shot. Oh, we just saw a tooth pop out. Holy shit. That looked like a... Did anyone else see the tooth fly out? The tooth flew out? Yeah, I didn't know what's going on with that tall kid. Because I saw Keemstar mention it. Wow. Oh, yeah, no, if we get some more wars, it's going to be a great night. And there's a few, I mean, it has potential. It has some potential, Cincy. Watch him make him fight Tank. I mean, that was a pretty impressive performance, man. Don't sleep on the gnome. Damn, 15 wins, 14 knockouts. Kid does not play. Let's see who he lost to. William Foster III. Bambi Legs is kind of bogus. William Foster III. I do not know much about him. Perfect record on him. Perfect record on him. That was fun. Participation trophy. Oh yeah, the Continental stuff's all garbage. It's all trinkets. It's all trinkets. Keem was the first person to report on Logan versus Floyd back in 2020. Really? It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what people think of this Floyd Mayweather fight we're gonna see. I mean, how long do you think they're gonna stall is the real question. I'm hoping they don't try to stall it out after. I mean, that was a really fun fight. I hope they don't kill the momentum. Floyd versus Silva. Silva's, I think, a little too big for Floyd, but Silva is a very interesting boxer, man. Dude, look at Andy Ruiz right now. They're showing an interview with him, and he's all blinged out. All blinged out. We'll see how this is. I'm really, man. I'm afraid for Maris. He looked like he's cross-sided in the press conference. Yeah, I am very nervous for Abner's eye as well. His eye, it's the one thing, man. I understand, dude. I appreciate the fact he wants to go back in the ring and get back in there, but it's a little nerve-wracking. It's a little nerve-wracking. Fucking juice head, fucking Jesus. Oh my God. My question to you guys is, do you feel like Andy Ruiz has progressed? Do you think he's learned from after the AJ loss and he's starting to try to progress? Or do you think Andy's still riding that wave a little bit and is kind of getting in better shape, but maybe not trying to go to the next level? Tevin Farmer. I'm going to go. Tevin might have a little bit worse. Abner, I'm a little bit more worried for because he's had so much damage to it. You know? Floyd made easy work of, yeah. I think also right now, I mean, Canelo right now is king of the sport, basically still. I mean, him and Usyk, I think, are pretty much your headliners, right? Ruiz is getting fitter, which is great. But all that, training matters today. Well, yeah. We'll see how he shows up. He talks a lot about training. He shows himself training a lot. You think Andy's, mentally is still in the cloud? Yeah. I want him to prove me wrong too, man. I do too. Think he's a flash? Ortiz will KO him. Ooh. What's up, Drunken Gamer? How you doing, man? This is going to be, I mean, I think this is a good test to see where Andy's at. I think we'll get a better sense. After this fight. You know? Andy, I know, was with Canelo's camp, with Eddie Reynoso. And I think he changed, man. Till main event, well, we just had the very first fight that ended in the third round. We have 2 more fights until main event, so I would say at least an hour and a half. So we have some time. They're just going to do filler right now. Dude, that Chris Arreola was the best version of him, man. Even at that age, that was the best shape we've seen him in. The only time we've seen him maybe have higher output was when he fought Kalnacki. So we'll see. Triple H or Triple G? Classic fight of hand speed versus timing. Yeah, if he gets lackadaisical, that's for sure. He could. I mean, Ortiz. Either guy can knock the other guy out. Hey, what's going on? Who takes the most drugs? We just had the very first fight. So it ended in the third round. So expect about an hour and a half at least until the main event. So I think they all take a ton of drugs. So. Oh, boxing therapy. What's going on, dude? Oh, dude, no problem, man. Hell of a first fight. Hell of a first fight. I just get, are you talking about the channel name in terms of the Discord? Here's the Discord. What could you live without? No legs or no arms. Can only choose one. I'm gonna go legs. No, it was a great start so far. No problem. Oh, thanks, Tulkin. That was a fun fight, man. So you have to watch 30 minutes of filler. That's the that's the big one. Like, I couldn't imagine not having arms. And like not being able to like hug my son or my wife again. Yeah, no thank you. That makes my decision easy. He did school him for, I mean, in both fights quite a bit. So that bomb landed, that's right. I think he's going to give issues to Andy Ruiz early on. Just because I haven't seen, I just couldn't see Andy starting quick. But I can absolutely see, oh, we're already getting the next fight. Hell yeah. I could see Luis Ortiz usually doesn't start too slow. The stands for KSI are pretty bad. Oh no, dude. That's why I don't even use Twitter, man. I pretty much don't. Top 3 Hollywood movie stars. All time or current? Because Keanu Reeves is like up there. Keanu Reeves is definitely up there. I'd say if I'm going current right now, I really like Chris Pratt. I really like Keanu Reeves. Who else? Johnny Depp. Those 3 maybe. I mean, how can you not like Keanu Reeves? I love that they're moving on to the next fight already. Hell yeah. I mean, hearing Keanu Reeves just well, yeah, if you're talking all time, you have Pacino, De Niro. The only thing with Robert De Niro is he's done a lot of crappy movies in the last like 20 years. Which I'm just kind of like, dude, you know. Leo, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Leo fan, but I respect his game where he doesn't date any girl over 26 years old. It's kind of like, what does American Healthcare and Leo DiCaprio have in common? Once you hit 26, you're not covered anymore by it. You know what I mean? Sendo Jones, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Michael B. Jordan's pretty solid. Michael B. Jordan's solid. He's not the best actor, though. He's not the best. He's not the best. The link is under where it says literally free fight links. You just click that. There's about 8 of them in there. Snatch. Pitt. Actually, you know what? Brad Pitt's pretty solid too. Yeah, he's pretty solid. Brad Pitt's very versatile. Very versatile. So, here we go. Second fight. Tom Hanks. Kay Hepburn. Spence Tracy. Okay. Come on, John. We need modern. I saw Eastbound and Down like forever ago. We don't know how old Luis Ortiz really is. He could be in his. That's cook and talk. That's why I always, every time I talk about him, I always change his age. Sometimes I say he's 80. Sometimes I say he's 90. Sometimes I say he's 105. I just make up random ages for Luis Ortiz every time. I'm gonna predict that Andy Ruiz wins by decision. I think Ortiz does really well at first, probably steals some rounds. Andy makes adjustments, makes it somewhat of a boring fight. And I don't know, Ortiz at his current age of being, 205, if he's gonna have the pace and be able to keep up with it. So that's my general prediction. That's probably about the safest prediction you could have, but that's how I generally speak it. Think about it. I think someone could get knocked out. Oh, I know, tall kid. It's just part of the gig at this point. John Wayne, hello, Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, I mean, can you think of, one of the biggest badasses ever? Really interesting how Mars, no, dude, I am too. Abner, I want to see how he does as well. I'm just really nervous about his eye. But let's see how he does. He wasn't always the greatest fighter ever, but he doesn't have a lot of quit in him. So we'll see how he does, David, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. They're already talking about Tank in this fight. Right now, we have Abner Ramirez fighting Flores right now, the second fight. Charlie Chaplin wins. Oh, good shot. Perez lands a good shot. Nice right hand. Is Silva younger than Ortiz? I think technically, Ortiz might be younger, but I don't know. Tank before the injury. Yeah, I don't think that would have went well for him. They're talking about the detached retina. That's a scary injury, man. Fun fact, Teddy Roosevelt actually got a detached retina when he was in the White House because he didn't grow up boxing, but he started boxing while he was at Harvard, and he became the lightweight champion in intramural boxing at Harvard. When he was in the White House, he did sparring sessions, and during one of his sparring sessions, he actually got a detached retina and was blind in his left eye. So Teddy Roosevelt quit boxing and picked up jiu-jitsu instead. Cruz is fighting next. Andy Ruiz winning by split decision. Oh, yeah, I could see that. Do you see the top dogs of 135 being in the next? I think Haney will go up to welter. I think Ryan will probably be 140, maybe. I don't know about I don't know if it could fall out, but it's certainly, not good. Right now, we have the undercard playing right now. Dotson. Spen's going to detach, and I believe also we had another one. Who else had it? It was... Yeah, we got some good fights going on. We had Ortiz had his eye detach. He had the retina detach. What's going on, man? Triple G did it versus Brook. He broke his orbital bone, I believe. I don't know if he detached. He could have, but I know he broke his orbital bone, which was brutal. Because as soon as he broke it, his eye, it just blew up. Ali G, best actor of all time. Dude, that's such a classic. Simon Baron Cohen is like an unbelievably funny guy. Unbelievably funny guy. Ryan is the tallest, so he could. I don't know if he has the skills to move up to 147 pounds. I think Haney would do better at 147 just based on skill set. I think Tio will probably stay at 140. He could maybe move up to 147. I don't know. We'll see how that power does at higher weight classes. I think Loma's done at 135. I think Tank probably will stay at 135. I think Shakur Stevenson has a chance to go to 140. Maybe welterweight, maybe. He's really, really good. Snuck up on me, forgot all about it. Yeah, I mean, they didn't promote it super well. Mirrors might get him down on canvas. Flores looks hurt. Flores kind of smiled, but his leg said something different. Little Bambi on ice right here. Mirrors landing some big shots. Oh, another big right hand. Right now, Miras cannot miss with this overhand right. He is landing it clean every time he throws it. So, David, what's going on? Looking absolutely excellent so far, David. First fight was an absolute war. This one's turning into a great fight as well. Flores is doing a great job working the body right now. Abner's just on that front foot, though. He's not giving up an inch right now. Good pace right now, too. Got 50 seconds left in the second round. Flores has got to use that jab a little bit more. Oh, man. Miras lands that flush right over the hand right again. Flores' defense is very porous. Think that the main event is the number one contender eliminator or not? Nah. I wouldn't go that far. Oh! Flores looks hurt. He got wobbled. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't put it to that quality yet. But it depends. I want to see what happens with Parker Joyce first. And we'll find out what happens with Tyson Fury. I would say if Andy wins, I want to see if he would maybe fight the winner of Parker Joyce. And then whoever wins that, I would say could claim kind of number one contender status. And then we have Wilder versus Helenius. So it's glue your left hand to your head, Flores. Isn't that true? So far, Fury has not relinquished technically. He was given a time to do it, but he hasn't done it yet. I mean, that man ain't retired. I know, right? These are some fun fights. Flores got rocked a few times, but he was able to recover. That tat on his back of a thumb print when he got arrested, I have no idea. Flores is getting hit so clean right now. Well, the big thing with Wilder is how is he going to recover and how is he going to look against Helenius. Helenius is a hard punching boxer. He's a very solid puncher. So we saw him take care of Andy Kanaki really quick. We'll see how he looks. You cannot count out Deontay Wilder, though. He's just got that get out of free jail card with that right hand, man. So Mars, dude, he might just destroy him. That's true, tall kid, because Linus is not known for moving laterally all that well. I don't know if they're gonna have the same. Oh no, they have different ref every fight. Yeah, that tattoo is not well thought out. That's why it's like a big black blob on his back. Abner's looking pretty game right now. It's looking pretty game right now. No, I think someone mentioned that they think it's the Mother Mary on his back, but it's not. I think it's not a very good tattoo is the problem. So both Abner and this guy have the very, very, basically the same KO percentage. So do with that information what you will. They both have a chance. Abner's only been knocked out one time. Flores has been knocked out 3 times. You know. Ryan Garcia ever fighting Tank? There's talks about that Ryan Garcia did a live stream saying that he's already signed the papers and agreed to a fight in December. You know? So there is talk already that it is. What's the percentage? For KO percentage, they're both around 41%. Caleb Plant, if he's Caleb Plant, should. Problem with Ryan is that he goes straight backwards, David. He goes straight backwards. And when he did that, I mean, Luke has long arms and times things pretty well. He caught him going straight back, and that's why he got knocked on his ass. It wasn't a hard shot. It was an off-balance shot. It was off-balance from Ryan, which is a really bad habit. He can do that at the lighter weight classes right now, purely just based off the fact that most guys aren't that tall and they don't have great reach. Luke Campbell's one of the exceptions. But if he starts moving up in weight class, those guys are going to tag him. They're going to tag him. And I think Ryan's probably still a work in progress from the defensive standpoint. I think we can all agree with that. He needs better D. But, oh, Tank Davis is there. No, Luke is was a top level contender. Absolutely. He was this close. Luke was this close to grabbing a belt. Believe he was he a gold medal in the Olympics, if I'm not mistaken? He gave issues to even Lomachenko. Tank's a powerhouse, and if he's healthy and he's in shape, he's a problem. If he's not in shape and his punch output drops like we saw against Gamboa, he's going to have problems against anybody, because he threw about 460 punches in that fight, which is extremely low, and he was fighting against a guy that had 2 blown Achilles. He couldn't knock him out. So that's the only thing I have with Tank Davis. He has to be in shape, and when he does, he throws a lot more punches. He's just a little bit more active. He doesn't gas out as quickly. He looks a lot better because he can box, but he gets sloppy when he gets tired, just like any other guy. All right, Abner Moore on the back foot right now. Next fight is October. Could Benavidez be on the co-main? It could happen. I do like that. That's a possibility. Abner doing some good head movement right here. Ducking those jabs. Minute 40 left. Abner cannot miss with that right hand right now, man. Straight right hand, over looping right hand. It just hits every single time. Both guys have taken the intensity down a notch this round. Oh, they're homies. That's good to know. Flores is still game, even though after taking good shots, he's trying to put the pressure on and force Abner to really expend some energy. I do think Abner's doing some good work, though. That's see right there where Flores was using that jab a little bit. He's got to continue to do that. But he's got to be careful from that looping right hand because he keeps on getting hit with it. Abner looking like the slicker boxer, a little bit more polished boxer. Anyone will lower their name to be on a oh, that was a low blow. On a Jake Paul card if they get paid the right amount of money. If they pay him the right amount of money, he'll do it. Dude, Andrade vacated his, in hopes of Canelo fighting at 168. Dude, I don't know. Boo Boo's out in the wind. I don't know what he's doing. These guys are getting knockout bonuses. I'm hoping. That'd be nice to move this card along. Good little bit of sportsmanship so far. Could he get the trilogy fight with Joshua if he destroys Ortiz? Yes and no. From what I understand from Eddie Hearn, AJ is going to go on a worldwide tour where he's going to fight in the U.S. and all over the world and different countries and stuff like that. How much that's real, I doubt it. I think they're going to feed Joshua some easy fights before they fight. Give him any kind of serious fights where he could get in trouble at all to build up his confidence. You know? So, that's correct. The verified tab is for verified members only, so it's locked only for verified members. But I highly recommend checking out our other links that we have in there. Dude, the Bivol fight's going to be a good one. I think Bivol wins, but still. It's definitely a huge step up for Bivol in terms of consistently fighting really high-level fighters. That's great you want to see the fight, but I don't want to get banned. Oh, David, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Little flurry right here at the first minute of this round. See if Abner ends up getting a little bit more on that back foot this round again. Laura's just pure aggression. Abner's really picking his spots rather than just going balls to the wall, trying to just get the stoppage, which I think is smarter engagement. Abner is winning all these exchanges, generally speaking. He's just doing cleaner work. Flores is trying to do more work. Abner's doing better work. And anytime Flores starts to have a little bit of success and starts coming in, Abner just grabs him, clinches, works off of it. I mean, for a guy that hasn't been as super active, Abner's doing really well, man. Abner hasn't fought since 2018, and he's looking pretty damn sharp. He's moving well. His combinations are great. His head movement's solid. Flores definitely got to keep going to that body. He's headhunting a little bit too much, and Abner's just a little too slick for him. Ten seconds left in the round. Flores, I mean, he's game. Oh, quick left for Abner to end the round. Yeah, Flores is having some issues with his accuracy for sure. 3-2. I think the output from Flores is good. That he can definitely do some work there. I think that's great, but he's just not landing effectively. I think he needs to work the body and then come upstairs a little bit more rather than just purely headhunting. I think Abner's really reading him well in terms of Flores maybe should jab a little bit more, maybe feint a little bit more. He's telegraphing his punches a little bit. So, but I mean, Flores is a pretty sturdy fighter. Clearly. I think the easy game plan for Canelo is you're never gonna break Triple G's jaw in terms of that granite chin. You're never gonna break him down from that. But body work on a 40-year-old man. Body work on a 40-year-old. That's right there. That's how you break him down. UFC light heavyweight division, so many high-level fighters. Yeah, it's nice, Booker. It's definitely nice. Bill versus Canelo. Yeah, kind of reminds me of that the Jan versus Adesanya fight, where you have a champ from the other division move up and get schooled and show us the difference in skills at that weight division. That's a good take. I think also on top of that, if you look at Triple G's last fight he just had in Japan, he definitely got hurt to the body a few times. Dude, for 36 and a guy that's been out of the ring for 3+ years, 4 years almost, he looks great. Not many guys can come back after that time off at this age and do this, man. Really solid. Really solid. I think that's a pretty good take there, tall kid. That's a pretty good take. Inoue's brutal to the body. The black hole on his back. I did get a quick pick. It is supposed to be the Mother Mary on his back. It's just nuts that. Ooh. Flores landed one good shot on Abner, but I don't think he hurt him. Abner trying. I have to actually appreciate the ref right now. He's allowing them to have some of this really phone booth fighting and work out of the clinch. Something Ryan would get. Oh, dude. Yeah. Boxers and bad tattoos. It's like they just go together. They just you know? Andy Ruiz getting taped up. Number one for power punchers. I think Tank's up there. Deontay Wilder's up there. Who else? Inoue's up there. I mean, Crawford's had a really good run showing his power, but I wouldn't call him like a pure power puncher. I think pound for pound, Inoue might be one of the most powerful hitters. I think Tank for pound is one of the hardest hitters. Beterbiev is also he's a very, I mean, really hard hitting guy. I mean, yeah, Crawford. Everyone talks about Crawford's, ability. No one talks about his knockout power and just him stopping people, man. Yeah, he is Booker. He's like on a 10 fight streak. So I don't think it's like pure power. I think it's like relentless power. Yeah, dude, both guys are just, I mean, Wilder's a freak when it comes to power. You know? No, I never hear people talk about Crawford's power, but it's a thing. It's a problem if you're fighting him. Especially don't hear it if you're talking to someone that's a big Earl Spence fan. All right, round 7 here. Abner doing a little bit better jab here too, actually. I kind of like it. Setting it up that right hand. Think Spence still probably hits harder than Bud. I mean, he did break the orbital bone of Kell Brook. The fact that Rayo getting destroyed tonight in that fashion. Dude, I know, man. That was a brutal beatdown. From fighting when he had like a year and a half of boxing experience and he gets the bronze medal, man. I mean, he's just a freakish amount of power for a guy that doesn't have the greatest boxing skills. His power is just unreal. Abner landed another good shot on Flores. I don't know what Showtime was trying to do with that camera work in between the ropes. That was garbage. Don't do that again. We literally missed a huge shot because of that. Ten seconds left. Jake Paul likes man. I got probably Andrew Ruiz by decision. I don't know if Jake Paul could deal with the head movement of Silva. At this point, you think this one's going to go to the scorecards? It's looking like that. It is looking like that, King. Dude, Ugas is he is warrior, man. I think Andy Ruiz, we'll see how good he is against someone like King Kong, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's heavyweight. Someone could get knocked out. That's always a possibility. So that's true, tall kid. I just think also you have to deal with the fact that Silva's just so unorthodox. You know? If he wins this one, I think Andy Ruiz should go after the winner of Joe Joyce versus Parker. That'd be or if he really wants to, put his balls on the table, take the winner of Helenius versus Wilder. Become the number one contender for the WBC if he does that, if he beats Wilder. I do know what this weight class is for you. This is lightweight, 407. Yeah, Parker versus Ruiz too. Both, I mean, considering they're just gone through their ups and downs in their career, I think it'd be a good one. Amateur boxing at heavyweight was Big George Foreman. He had maybe 1 year of boxing experience. That's crazy. And he got gold. He got gold at the Olympics. Fucking Big George Foreman. I love George Foreman. Ooh, good shot from Abner. I don't think Abner's going to knock out Flores from what I'm seeing. I think he's going to get the unanimous decision, though. He's definitely outboxing him right now. Really? He's getting sued? That's playing Ruiz versus Wilder for the WBC regular heavyweight title. That's what I mean. That makes sense to me. I think that's a crazy, crazy fucking dangerous fight for Andy Ruiz. He's a big target. He's a big target for that right hand, man. And if Wilder's still got a little bit of that fighting spirit in him, he is not fun to fight. He is not fun to fight. Wilder by devastating KO. That's a very safe guess because with Wilder, that's basically what goes down. Either he gets knocked out or he knocks someone out. It's rare that goes the distance. I saw all those allegations are bullshit. That's all bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. Shit that happened in the 70s. Come on, man. There's no way, unless you have crazy eyewitness proof with pictures or something, you're not gonna have any physical evidence. I don't take that stuff too crazy. Serious, man. Let's put it this way. If Bill Cosby got out, man, and didn't stay in jail. Cosby's already out. You know? To this day is one of the best lines, man. Joyce versus Parker, yeah. So the WBO regular title to become Usyk Mando. I think Parker should win. He looked a lot better. Chirping at each other. Yeah, they've been going back and forth. I gotta be honest, man. I'm just tired. I'm tired of Fury talking. I'm really getting to the point where I'm just tired of it. Go to the WWE, man. If you want to chirp and you don't want to fight, go to the WWE. Otherwise, there's a fight in the crowd right now, as you can tell. And everyone's taking out their phones and watching a fight in the crowd. Look, you can always tell. You can always tell when there's a fight in the crowd. Because everyone turns around and takes out their phones. Oh, yeah. Helenius is not a joke. He's legit. Charlie versus Wilder. Ooh, good shot right there from Mares. Flores comes back with a nice right hand. Ooh, another big shot. Flores is still eating right hands. He's really lucky. He's fighting Abner right now. Ooh, punch after the break. Little a little bit, a little sus, but Abner eating some shots right here. I know. 1910. Yeah, that's I'm sorry. I like look, if something terrible happened, I'm very sorry to hear that. But to come out now and say something, it's I just can't. I can't. Unless you have some like really credible witnesses and evidence, you're just not going to go anywhere with it. And there's not a judge or anyone else that's going to be able to do much about it. If you have great documentation, maybe if you reported it and it went nowhere and there's other things there to kind of, you know, yeah, who are probably dead now, possibly. Good point. You know, it's just, too late. Especially considering, you know, I'd like to think that George Foreman's a pretty nice guy. Man, Abner's getting a little tired, getting clipped a little bit. By the way, I am going to try to see if I can find the fight that was happening in the crowd. You don't like fights in the crowd? Yeah, well, yeah, it takes away from the actual fight, right? Bring up Fury's image, yeah. We brought up, yeah, Evander Holyfield or prison anytime we talked about Mike Tyson. It's very true. Let's see what I can see and find out for you guys about that fight in the crowd. Not seeing anything. Seeing a lot of people promote fake websites. In another hour, dude, Dana, happy birthday, man. Big bowl of Jello and fruit in it. Big 55. Congrats, man. First of all, don't call me fucking daddy. Second of all, I don't want to get banned. He enjoyed prison too much. Mike might have been one of those few people that just, I don't think anyone messed with him in prison too much. Still trying to find that fight in the crowd for you guys. Man, Flores is just relentless. And by the way, Deontay Wilder is in the crowd right now. So we'll see Wilder. We'll see Wilder tonight. Oh, dude, there's no way. People I mean, especially the guys in prison probably loved Mike. Flores is unbelievable. Unbelievable stamina. Yeah, I don't know, tall kid. People are weird. I don't think he was in celebrity prison for what I know. I think Abner feels like he's won this fight, so he's just... Oh, I'm sure it existed at that time. I just don't think he got that. Oh, they doing interviews and taking pictures with the fans. He was there during the non-TV crowd. That's awesome, dude. Non-TV card. That's awesome. Flores feels like he won. Abner feels like he won. I did see Tank. Consoles, I do. Modern ones, I don't. I use a Raspberry Pi. He got some wave in his hair. I use a Raspberry Pi. I have a PlayStation 2. I have an Xbox 360. I have a Nintendo Switch, which I'll use. And then I have a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo. You give me a PlayStation 5. Sure, no problem. I'll just pick one out of my back pocket. But I primarily game on PC, almost exclusively. No way that takes real hair. Yeah, I did some boxing when I did mostly just I went to a gym for a little while before COVID, and then COVID kind of stopped that for a second. You know? Dude, look it up, Broke. It's awesome. It's a great setup. PC specs, I could pull them up. My brother-in-law built my PC. He's a much heavier tech guy than me, and he built it from scratch. But, I mean, most of my parts are from 2017. Let's see. Majority draw! John, you were right, man. Wow. You said it was too close. You said it was too close. Oh my God. I should put my specs somewhere just cause. I've been doing gaming streams on my other Twitch channel. If the game will continue to work, it's a brand new hunting simulator game. Because I've been doing those at least once a week almost. You know? Dude, Abner looked really good, but he faded a little bit towards the end. He definitely faded towards the end. Got hit a little too much. But it was close. It was close. Now, we also have to remember, Abner does work for PBC. You know? I have not heard of him, Tall Kid. So, King, good question. It is extremely good. It's very good, except that they had a lot of bugs. They had a lot of crashing. They have a lot of FPS drop. They just have issues, and I'm a little pissed at them because they promised it. They released it as a fully done game, not a beta. And so now they're going back in beta testing, and It just needs refinement. But people are having issues where they're shooting animals, watching them drop, and then the animals are just disappearing. Stuff like that. So they have a lot of issues right now currently. But it is, when it works well, and I've had it work pretty well for me occasionally. I have about 30 hours in it. It's awesome. It's super fun to play. Yes, dude, 407. Oh, Esports Boxing Club. They do little teases. They don't know when they're going to release that shit, man. We have Pitbull next. He uses 6 literal PS5s to troll people at COD lobbies. Oh, fucking hell. Six players to make a human shield in camp. Modern Warfare, they're gonna, what is it? Andy Ruiz is definitely closer to eye with Ortiz than I thought. Wolf, I agree. So, where they're saying like Modern Warfare 2, they're gonna have a pedometer that shows your team how far you've actually moved each round. Ruiz is the same weight he was when he fought AJ the first time. Like identical weight. Yeah, Andy Ruiz being 6'2" is the biggest myth, man. I missed 500 kilograms. Ruiz, oh my god, dude. WBC title eliminator. Jesus, man. It's gonna get the John has no faith in Andy Ruiz. Dude, great matchmaking. I have to agree. The matchmaking has been really, really, really solid. This has been a fun card so far. We get Tank versus Ryan next. Look. Like I said, Ryan posted some eye emojis and said December. And Twitter, people are saying that he talked about it on a live stream, that he signed the papers. I've seen little rumors that he signed papers and everything and agreed to everything that Tank wanted. In the end, I'll believe it when it's officially announced. I'm sorry. I can't play this. I can't play the game anymore. I can't play that game anymore. Too many times people have said the fight's a done deal and then it fucking goes nowhere. It just happens way too often. Frank Warren is the king of saying it's a done deal and then the fight goes nowhere. Yeah, no, this has been a great card. All right, I'll be right back. Quick bio break. All right, back. Well, probably in about less than an hour and a half now. Probably going to give it about an hour. Roughly. That should give you about a sense. The translator's dog shit. Dude, your power went out again? What's going on? Okay, already going into the co-main. They are not wasting their time. They are not wasting their time. Which I appreciate. The fact that he beat Gamboa, they need to stop. Gamboa needs to stop fighting. He needs to stop fighting. You say what the fighters are trying to express. Okay, so he says what they're trying to express, but it's not. Yeah. I gotcha. Bike, what's going on, man? Ruiz becoming a champion again. Well, good question. Let's take a look at Andy's age, because that's going to decide everything. Now that I think about it. That's going to decide everything for Andy. So, are they not showing his age on BoxRec right now? Let me look at Andy Ruiz's age, because that really, because he's going to have to wait for people to retire and get out of the way. Okay, he's 32 years old, which is not good. If he was younger, he'd have a chance. The reason I say that is because Usyk's older. He's not going to be around forever. But AJ's not that much older. I think you'd have issues with AJ, especially AJ looked a lot better against Usyk in that second fight. Fury, I don't know what the hell's going on with him. I think Wilder's older, but he's crazy dangerous. I think Parker looked a lot better in his last fight. I mean, all those guys that are in that range, they're all roughly around, they're close. They're somewhat close in age. So I think he has issues with all of them. The big question is the next generation after that. And guys like Jared Anderson, who are really athletic, are interesting. I think Daniel Dubois is not ready yet for big time yet. So I'm not worried about guys like Hrgovic or anything like that. I don't worry too much about that. Prediction, Andy Ruiz by decision. Last fight was interesting. Wonder if Cruz and Tank run it back. I doubt it. I think it might happen, but I probably wouldn't put money on it. Looks like there's another fight in the crowd again. A second fight in the crowd again. What order would you rank? Matchroom, Queensberry, Top Rank, and obviously we have PBC. I would say PBC has the best cards. I would say Matchroom is probably next. And then you also have Golden Boy. Matchroom's probably next just because of the stable's probably one of the better ones. Then I would probably go with probably then Top Rank, and then I'd probably go Queensberry and Golden Boy are kind of similar. They're kind of in the similar camp. Not a huge difference. Top 5 lightweights right now. Oh, you got Devin Haney, obviously, number 1. Lomachenko, Tank. I don't know if Ryan's technically going to stay at lightweight, but he'd be in there. Who else am I thinking of? If Shakur Stevenson bumps up, Shakur Stevenson's in the conversation for top 5. So I think Kambosos is good. I just don't see him beating. He might be able to beat Ryan. Just because he's just nonstop action, and that could give Ryan problems. But I mean, Devin Haney's number one. He has all the belts. I think he performed extremely well against Kambosos. He looked really, really sharp. I think you have Lomachenko. I think you have Tank. Ryan, I think, is in the mix if he's still going to be a lightweight. Kambosos then has to probably be there. But if Shakur Steven comes into the mix, Shakur Stevenson's probably, I would actually probably go like Devin Haney. And then you could put either Lomachenko or Shakur Stevenson somewhere in that mix. It's like number 2, number 3. You can pick whatever you want. And then number 4, you could make a case for Kambosos because he beat Tio, and then it would be Ryan, you know? That's just roughly something along those lines. I think Tank Davis is, I think I'll bike to your point. I think Tank Davis's accomplishments are overrated. I think his general boxing ability and his potential is pretty fair. I think because he's a really, really good boxer. I mean, he's a very solid boxer. He has incredible power. But his accomplishments in terms of belts and stuff like that, yeah, they're not real. A lot of them were not legit great belts or anything like that. And so I think it's a little bit much. So just my general thoughts. Rivera, dude, yeah, La Rosa, who won earlier on this. I mean, dude, he was really good. I'm sure there's biased Aussies, of course. Yeah, it's typical. That happens. I mean, we were anytime you have a major fighter from more of a fringe country, you're always gonna have that. I don't know if Cruz is gonna crush this guy, to be honest with you, because Isaac Cruz gets hit a lot. Let's take a look at his opponent a little bit. 36% KO percentage from his opponent, so not great. He has 2 losses. He really hasn't beaten. He lost to Lee Shelby, to give you a sense. That was a little while ago. That was in 2017. I think Isaac Cruz is probably going to do pretty well, though. Oh, yeah, John, I agree. Lots of punches. You have a fave in this one? I'm gonna probably pick Cruz. Pitbull's pretty tough to deal with. Like I said, he's small for the weight class, but he is not fun with that just forward momentum. He never goes backwards. You're never going to see Isaac Cruz go backwards unless you hit him hard. Yeah, it's going to be toe-to-toe phone booth fight for sure. Callum's past 2 fights were too easy and too spaced apart. He needs a challenge. Yeah, I agree. Camera work is terrible. More zooms than a bad action movie. Yeah, they're getting a little cutesy with the camera work. Man, Isaac Cruz Pitbull's coming right after him. Ramirez needs to set up at least some kind of jab, something to try to land some points here. Yes, I know Luis Ortiz is Cuban, but he's not in the ring right now. Right now, we have Isaac Cruz versus Ramirez, who are both Mexican fighters. So, Pitbull, right now, his aggression is definitely winning him this round. Who's at the fight? Well, we know that Tank's there. We know that Wilder's there. All good, man. No problem. Oh, yeah. Luis Ortiz is Cuban. So allegedly Ortiz is 40, what, 40? 41? Ernie, what's going on, man? Good to see you too. I haven't seen Plant there. I have not seen Plant there. So 43. They say that Luis Ortiz is 43. Which is still wild to be fighting at this level. Still wild to be fighting at this level, man. Oh yeah, no, people definitely, that's the joke. That's always the joke with Ortiz. That's why I always say he's like 105, he's 102. I mean, to be fighting at this level, I'm rooting for Cuban. Yeah. But yeah, he's older than in his 40s. It's insane to be at this age and fighting at this level. I mean, that's as a heavyweight. Way across the ring yelling stop. Dude, that's Jack Reese to a T. He is a garbage. He's one of my least favorite refs. Playing home with his new baby and wife. Yeah, that makes sense. Main event's going to be 12 rounds. Cruz definitely won that first round. Absolutely won that first round. Probably 48. I mean, who knows? That's one of my favorite little like boxing jokes people throw out there. Bernice Hopkins, yeah, could do it at his age. Maybe Ortiz. I mean, I don't know, man. Luis Ortiz, for a guy, even if let's say he is actually 43. He's in really good shape for a 43-year-old that's this big of a guy. Oh, man, it's going to be, yeah, I'm not going to be rooting for really either one of these guys to win, whether it be Ortiz or Ruiz. I'm just going to enjoy the fight. I don't really have a guy that I'm super, super in love with in either one of them. I respect both of them. I think Ortiz can last all rounds. I think he can do the full 12. Charles Martin, man, he looked pretty good against Charles Martin. I do think he'll slow down, though, probably around round 8, maybe, which I think will help Andy quite a bit if Andy's in good shape. So, I mean, who knows? He dispatched Charles Martin in 6 rounds. FSU, I have nothing against. I don't even watch college football, to be honest with you. So, I have no dog in that fight. Yeah, I can't choose one over the other. I like both of them. The age changing a birth certificate is a huge, it's huge in pro baseball. I remember, what was it, the Little League World Series back in the day, Dana? That kid that was throwing like 95. Oh, Isa Cruz! Huge shot on Ramirez. Ramirez face plants. This could be a knockout. Ramirez's game went to LSU. Oh, that dude, congrats on that. That's awesome. That's a great school. Isa Cruz landed a huge left hook. Oh, big shot again. Cruz is just unloading on him right now. Oh, good right hand. Pitbull is living up to the name right now. He is mauling Ramirez. Ramirez is trying to survive. 38 seconds left. Oh, huge knockout. I think this might be over. And Jack Reese has finished it. Fight is over. Wow. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I love Michigan too. Michigan's a good school. It's all over. Pitbull with a fantastic knockout. Oh, yeah, dude, Butter, I absolutely agree, man. Pitbull living up to the name, just mauling Ramirez, man. That was a great knockout on his part, man. That was great. Yeah, right, G-Fig? That was good. That was very good on his part. That's how you continue to get the big fights. Man, John, you're right, man. I mean, that... Give him Rolly. Feed him Rolly. Feed Rolly to Cruz. Man, that was... And the thing is, too, I'm looking over both their... Esau Cruz is not known for, like, crazy power, but, man, he just landed some big shots. Damn, Dana, that's that's really awesome. That was great, man. I mean, for a guy that, 62% KO percentage. 62% KO percentage, and that was a huge... Oh, Chris Areola's there. That's the question, King. That's the question. We'll see. So far, they've been pretty good with the filler. The filler hasn't been bad. 62%, not the craziest. He's not like he's a huge knockout guy. Man, these fights have been awesome tonight. This is PBC puts on good cards, man. Let's see the first one. Oh, devastating left hook. Oh, shit. I'll tell you what. Pitbull's getting a few more fans tonight, man. Yeah, I'm looking at his box rec right now. That's... You leave your chin in the air like that, he's going to chin check you. Question is, who does he call out? I mean, just absolutely destroyed him at the end there. And Jack Reese actually did something right there, stopping that fight. I mean, Cruz is not the most polished finisher, but he did a lot better, actually. Actually, I feel like what I saw from Cruz this time that he didn't do against Tank was that he didn't smother his work this time. I feel like he had that problem against Tank where he was just he'd get so close and throwing punches and bunches, and then would get eventually too close to do effective work, and Tank would just kind of wrap him up. That was great. You know? I mean, awesome. Why are you booing Tank Davis? Tank's getting hate right now. Oh my god. Did you check his wiki on that for Mike's trainers? It might be able to tell you there, because I can't remember off the top of my head. Man, I mean, that was a definitely improved look of Pitbull. He looked a little more polished, man. Definitely a little bit more patient. He just looked better. He just looked like a better fighter. Good for Cruz, man. Gets a trinket belt, but hey, you know, he earned that one. Better accuracy, and yeah, that could also be the guy he was fighting, but still, he just looked better. He looked, I mean, it definitely makes, raises Tank stock. I don't know, man. Good question. Participation trophy. Oh, Tank, yeah. Dude, I don't know how any of that shit works. It's typical PBC fashion. Of course he wants to fight Tank Davis again. Dude, that Zoom was out of control. I can't do videos during filler because otherwise, what ends up happening is all the people in Discord have to listen to it but can't see it. He won the regular title. Gotcha. He's calling out everyone right now. He's calling out Devin Haney. I would slow your roll a little bit there, Pitbull. Yeah, he did fight very well. Really well. Once Tank, once Haney. If I show it on stream, the people in Discord have to listen to it and they can't see it though. You know? Cruz just won by devastating knockout. Great knockout. I mean, just mauled him. Yeah, we can do it end of stream. No, Tank went to the cards with him. Yeah, he does have a bunch of Mickey Mouse titles. Was that third round? That was great. Dude, Isaac Cruz, Pitbull. Great win. Great win. That was very solid performance from him. I mean, second round. Call it Tank, called out Haney. We'll probably get Rolly though, yeah. Dude, 407, I think he should move down just for a size. You get a belt and you get a belt and you get a belt and you get a belt. I know people are telling me the translator's garbage. That was a great, I mean, so first fight of the night, we had winner by KO in the third. We had a majority draw that was a very close fight, and then we just had a winner in the second round by KO. Cruz versus Rolly. I think that would probably be pretty accurate in terms of what would most likely happen. So, we'll see. Santa, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Next up is main event. I got to update my timing. I'm probably going to guess we got about... They're going to probably give us some kind of buffer. They're not going to go immediately into it. Nope. There we go. Man. Next up, main event. What's one combat sports YouTuber that you disagree with a lot? Man, I don't know that many of them, I guess. I'm trying to think of one of them that I really don't like. And yeah, I'd say about 15 minutes. Oh, in terms of that, you know, I would say True Jordy's a little bit passionate about, you know, who he supports and everything like that. But I don't think he's too bad. I would say, I mean, I mean, Artman Boxing, I usually don't agree with a lot of his takes. Everyone's getting ready to do ring walks soon. So we got a little bit of filler, but everyone's getting ready to do ring walk. So yeah, man, I just don't care for their takes, generally speaking. Charlie Z versus Gato 2023. We'll see. Floyd. And he's going to be fighting soon. We're going to get him in September, apparently. Cruz really got it. Yeah, dude, a title eliminator. Just goes to show. Yeah, the Tank doesn't want a belt. They don't have gloves on yet, but I think they're taped up at least. Gloves shouldn't take too long. John's really not picking much for Andy Ruiz. We will find out if the 102-year-old Luis Ortiz can bring it. We'll see what happens. So we're just going to get a little bit of filler now. About 15 minutes. You know? Oh, yeah, we were watching that last night. Dude, that was a great fight. Shuey almost had the knockout. Man. But, I mean, Gon was just too good. Cyril's just too good. Those kicks to the stomach were fucking brutal kicks. Called Bivol a cherry pick. That was a wrong take. Not his best take, that's for sure. So now we're just gonna go back to old, just rerunning press conference stuff. But the thing is, Shuey had the knockdown. I'm like, oh man, he's gonna finish him. This is his time to shine. And Cyril just got up after getting his bell rung, and those body kicks were just devastating. You know, Shuey goes backwards, and you could tell he's hurt. He eats a bunch of shots. The biggest thing was watching him take head kicks from Gon. He took one head kick that was just a straight up clean head kick, and he didn't go down. And I don't know how he did it. Like, that head kick would have killed most humans, and he just ate it. He ate it like it was nothing. Nate Diaz gonna shock the world. We'll see. Hey, if Nate Diaz is fighting, I'm watching. That's all I gotta say there. If he's fighting, I'm watching. Anytime. You know? He was actually knocked out. Yeah, dude, I don't know how he did that. And saw his legs. That's incredible. Ruiz versus Shuey. We're gonna do an eating contest now? Dude, yeah, the chins. Oh man, unbelievable chins. And now it's time. Let's hope they don't take too long. Dana make the fight. That'd be amazing. I wish there could be some more cross-platform kind of stuff, but yeah, you know, Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt was an absolute monster. Absolute monster. It was just crazy. Dog, yeah, dude. You have to watch Nate Diaz anytime he fights. He's like just must watch TV. Not only is he a fun fighter to watch. He's absolutely hilarious. He's hilarious. You gotta watch him, because if he does win and he gets on the mic, it's gold. It's pure gold. Patty wins an eating contest against any challenger. Patty does eat quite a bit when he's not training. You know? If you can't appreciate Nate Diaz, man. Dude, biggest pimp in sport promotion. I mean, the UFC fighter is getting 5% of the money. Conor gets like 10%. I don't know about those ratios, but I will say Dana, look, you want to give more money to top guys? I understand that. Big thing is, I don't know if you can do 14 fight cards with the quality that you're going to get. That's my only thing, because that's the biggest problem in boxing. Top guys get huge paychecks, and it just doesn't leave a lot left. You know? Of course, John. No problem, man. You know? So that's the only thing that you could have a problem with, man. No one beats Fury in the eating contest. He's like 270. He is like 270. He got up to 400 pounds. The 279 card is still lacking a main event, though. Yeah, the Diaz fight would have been a great co-main. I agree with that. That's a good take. Just because he hasn't been super active. You know? And so, that's my only thing. I believe next weekend, you're thinking next week, Caesar, the 17th, is Canelo versus Triple G. That's my only thing I'll say about Dana, is it's he has 11 fight, 12 fight, 13 fight, 14 fight cards. So they're huge cards. And yeah, he does say I will agree with that, David. That is a fair point. And he also generally pairs people like the number 1 versus the number 3. He pairs the number 4 with the number 7. He pairs really well because he can control it all, which I appreciate and I like. But yeah, I do think fighters could get a little bit more cut. I also think that the bigger thing is I think there could be a little bit better cooperation for possible brand deals, where they could make money through that a little bit easier, possibly. Obviously they have a contract with Venom. That's how it's going to be with sportswear. They did a contract with Under Armour, and they're all wearing the Rock's workout shoes now. Those contracts don't pay the fighters at all. They can't do other athletic wear. So that's really tough. If you look at boxers, they can do a lot of different promotional things. So that's the only thing. Triple G versus Canelo is going to be, you gotta love that fight. Really, 407. I mean, Charlie's a monster, man. He's an absolute monster. UFC is carried by Joe Rogan, though. Love that guy. He's the best. Yeah, no, I love Joe Rogan is phenomenal commentator for the most part. I do think that DC is I really like having him there. They have a good chemistry because they're friends. They've been around each other for a long time. I think Joe adds a good perspective, but I really like Daniel Cormier being there and giving his perspective on things, because I just feel like he does a good job of explaining the ground game. Oh, he's dude. Yeah, any guy that's paid by promotion is probably going to have some bias. That happens with all these guys that do commentator. but he does a really good job of explaining a lot of the ground game stuff, which I appreciate. So, oh, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So, okay, we got ring walk now. We got about 7 minutes till. David, I don't know if you're crazy or not, but. Oh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, man. It's all perspective, right? It's always perspective, what you see compared to other people. You know? Taylor Bear, stick around and commentate when he's done. Yeah, that's a good call. Ruiz KO in the 6th. I like 6th round. That's not a bold statement, but a good one. If you're gonna go for a little bit more mid-fight knockout. I'm gonna respect that. Fighting Sports needs advertisement, maybe, but yeah, many companies won't. And there's a lot of issues with it too. It's like, what do you want your brand to be associated with? I won't say no to her. Yeah, no, she's cute. Negative 205 in Caesar Palace. Islam is a big favorite. That's not a huge favorite, but it is definitely a favorite. It's definitely a favorite. You know, it's not like a negative 400, 500. So. I'll be honest with you. I never know what's going to happen when you have. I never know what's going to happen with Nate Diaz. He's 37 years old. He could come out, and his last fight, he waited too long for the finish. He kind of pointed at his work a little too much. So, you know, if we get a Nate Diaz that wants to go out there and be a dog and fight, he could give anyone problems. But it depends. Jordy, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, I'll take my hat off. National anthem. I'll tell the judge, Your Honor, I didn't mean to hit her, but I was drinking Modelo. And you know they were brewed for this fighting spirit. Oh, that's funny. Wilder very well could be next if Andy wins. Ruiz by KO, 7th round. People feeling good about Andy's power. I literally have fireworks going off the state fair right by me right now. Let's go. All right. Oh, yeah, there's a state fair. It's been going on for the last week. She can sing to me anytime. Yeah, she's cute too. Play ball. Let's go. Fight time. Let's go. Oh, they got a ton of cool food, actually. 407. They do like a ton of crazy stuff at this state fair. I didn't get to try anything. The main fight, we literally just listened to the national anthem below me right now. They did this. I guess people were talking about this pickled pizza they did. They do like a ranch white sauce and then cheese and then like pickles on it and then dill. I guess it was supposed to be amazing, people were saying. It was on TikTok. People were talking about it. Yeah, they do a ton of crazy food at this state fair. Okay. So we have Andy, who's 32. We have Luis Ortiz, who's 125. Height. Ortiz is probably about 6'4". Ruiz is probably about 5'10", even though he say there's 6'2". Ruiz is 269 pounds. Ortiz is 245. Yes, that is, David, that's spot on. I saw people that were doing TikToks with it, and they were going around and eating a bunch of stuff. I'm like, that had to be at least $120 in food. It looked good. Your body will hate you later. Jesus Christ, Broke Boy just posted. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, when you look at it, Ruiz is only lost to AJ and Parker, and Ortiz is only lost to Deontay Wilder. You know? Ortiz has a 75% KO percentage. And Andy Ruiz has a 61% KO percentage. To give you guys a sense. So, he does have really good speed. That weight is yeah, it's a lot of weight to carry around for him. But as long as he's in decent shape, he'll do okay. And the question is, you know, Ortiz being 211, how quickly is he gonna just gas out being that age? We'll see. Okay, let's do ring walks, boys. I lost 400 betting on Ortiz last fight. I thought it was going to go, oh no, the distance. Charles Martin against King Charles. Yeah, I mean, that's, Dana, that is a very common take. And I don't think it's a bad one. I think you could very much make an argument that Ruiz won that fight. Okay, what's going on here? He beat AJ once, lost once. Came up on a Ruiz in that AJ fight. He paid the rent for, oh dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, anytime a guy helps you pay your bills, for sure. Man, I also have to... Deontay Wilder right now stealing the show, taking tons of pictures with fans. He's getting absolutely mobbed. After that, yeah, Top Rank released him that week. Dude, Slim. Fucking Slim. That guy. The cockiness. Oh my God. And then he won by KO, and I was like, son of a bitch. I would say that I would actually say Queensberry's probably one of the worst promoters. Frank's absolutely garbage as a promoter. He does a really poor job. That's why he needed Top Rank actually to help him promote Tyson Fury. You notice how Eddie Hearn has never ever reached out to a US promoter to help promote big fights in the US. He does it himself. So I would say arguably Queensberry is the worst promotion company. I would say Golden Boy isn't great either, but Top Rank's not very good. Ask Terrence Crawford how much money they spend on promoting his fights. I've never seen an ad for Terrence Crawford. Although when they did the deal, Tyson Fury, Bob clearly liked Tyson Fury a lot. So I think I think Bob has a lot of experience promoting big heavyweights. He doesn't know how to promote lighter weight crowds very well. So I will say Terrence Crawford got a very raw deal in terms of promotion. Lomachenko gets okay promotion. Inoue gets pretty decent promotion. But I mean, the general quality of top ranked cards is very low, usually speaking. You know? Eddie Hearn is very cocky. But I do think that Eddie's positioned himself pretty well overall. His stable's pretty solid. Golden Boy's still around from what I know. I mean, Ryan's still signed under Oscar. But once they lost Canelo, they lost a lot of star power. So, Virgil Ortiz is probably their next big name after, Ryan. Top Rank is famous for releasing fighters after one loss. Yeah. Same thing for Elvis. Dude, Elvis is such a... when Elvis lost, I got so bummed out. PBC picked him up. Yeah, he's a killer at 140. Slim Bin Boxing way before, since like 2015. I've seen him. Yeah, he's so cocky. Yeah, Canelo was their star power. Absolutely. Ryan does well with a younger, casual crowd. He does. He has a young, casual crowd. The problem with his young, casual crowd, I see, because David, I know this. I see them in my chat all the time. They pop in. They don't know anything about the undercard. They want to know immediately when they can see Ryan. They want to see the fight for free immediately. They are not going to pay for fights. So that's the problem. That's the problem for Golden Boy. People would pay for Canelo. Yeah, exactly, David. Absolutely. Luis Ortiz just walked to the ring. He's in it. Now we're waiting for Andy Ruiz. Absolutely. And look, I get it. A lot of the cards for Golden Boy are filled with fighters that people aren't super interested in. They have a very limited stable in terms of star power. So, and they always split up. They always split up Ryan Garcia and Virgil Ortiz. They don't put them on the same card. So. Oh, you haven't seen that yet? Dave, you could always use this. That's what I'm using right now, if that helps. Fury vs. Wilder 3 was straight fireworks. Yeah, it was. I don't know who this rapper is that's with Andy, but he looks like a furry. That's funny. That's funny. No problem, David. Ruiz was basically a nobody before the Joshua fight, right? I mean, he was, I would say, not a nobody. He was known in the boxing world for the Parker fight in particular. He was known especially to guys like Freddie Roach knew who he was because he'd done work with him. But he wasn't a super common name. Like, if you were talking to a lot of people about him, like, oh, that guy that lost to Parker, like, he was not a guy that people would be like, oh, yeah, no, I know Andy Ruiz super well. I've watched a lot of his fights. Your age gap is going to be a difference then, Glove? Yeah, King, I think it's probably, 11 year. You mean 111 year age gap? Yeah, probably. Probably. Most likely. I think we're gonna see expect Luis Ortiz to come out and do some really solid work at first. Andy, I think, will gain momentum throughout the fight, is the general take right now from me. I think it's gonna be tough. For Andy at first, though. Andy is not always the fastest starter. So, great take here. Andy Ruiz makes his way to the ring, accompanied by a Christian rapper, while sporting ring attire sponsored by OnlyFans. Yeah, what is up? OnlyFans is sponsoring boxers, which is so funny. Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate, tall kid. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, David, you and I think alike. Oh my God. That's funny. It's time, boys and girls. Let's go. Main event. As you guys know, as always, once the fight starts, I will not be reading a chat as regularly, so I apologize for that. But I will try to do my best. You know? Oh, he definitely has a chance. I mean, he's just a solid fighter right off the bat. He did pretty well, but oh yeah, I got you. I haven't had problems before, David, but I hear you. You never know. Gestapo mode tonight. I believe it, dude. I believe it. Oh yeah, Andy was part of the. Yeah, that's true, tall kid. He was part of the big, like, he was top 5 easy. David, that's oftentimes why I use Twitch to pass those little links on. But honestly, that's also in our Discord. Adrian Ruiz with the OnlyFans on. Right there on his titty. Perfect. Right there on his titty, he's got that OnlyFans. I don't know what's going on with Andy's hair right now. No, dude, I told you he's got the OnlyFans sponsor. Show the Charlo on OnlyFans. Show the churro on OnlyFans. Just like AB, apparently. Adrian Broder's on OnlyFans. Okay, let's see what happens. Right there on the fit. Fit or tit. Oh, man. let Nate Robinson get slaughtered. Okay, let's see. Let's see, boys. This will be fun. Them things hanging on both fighters tonight. Thomas Taylor, the legend. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Ortiz looks in the zone. Ruiz does look a little nervous. Here we go. So far, right off the bat, Ortiz using that jab. I like how he throws that little kind of, it's not like a jab, it's like a pure jab. He does a little paw kind of in, like a downward one. That's what he does against guys that are a little bit shorter than him. Yeah, Ruiz is not with Canelo's camp anymore. I don't know why he left, but I do know that Andy Ruiz has OnlyFans logo on his ass. So that should tell you where his priorities are. Here we go. That's true. We do have a southpaw here with Luis Ortiz. Nail biter with FSU. Hopefully that turns out okay for you, man. Ortiz so far controlling the center of the ring and distance right now. Andy's trying to find his way in. Ooh, good right hand from Andy. Yeah, I agree, Dana. Another right hand from Andy, it looked like. Oh, dude. Quick chub rock. Here we go. Okay, we got about minute 20 left. Andy's landed 2 good shots, but not much. Neither guy has done all that much so far. Someone's gonna should work probably the body a little bit. Andy doing a pretty good job of timing right now and trying to get inside on Ortiz, but he's got to be careful because that left hand is absolutely loaded. I mean, you're not crazy. He's going against a guy that's 208, so once you get to that age, power is the last thing that goes for boxers, but still. And big boys like this, I mean, they all hit hard. Honestly, I think people over-exaggerate the difference in power between certain fighters sometimes. Most of these guys hit pretty hard. There's a select few that don't, but either one of these guys could knock each other out. Oh, big shot from Luis Ortiz. Big left hand. What did I just say about watching out for that left hand? Andy's head just got snapped back. Another good left hand. Yeah, how do you guys score that one? Give that one to Andy, or do you give that to Luis Ortiz? I think that's a Luis Ortiz round just because of that ending work there that he landed. Yeah, yeah. I think Ortiz took that first round. And I think Andy had some good shots, some good right hands in there. But Luis Ortiz, man, he's no joke. Yeah, I think he controlled the ring more too. I think he controlled the center more. Andy's got to be careful. Andy's got to be careful. We've talked about this so many times. He gets tagged, and there is a slight bit of bruising underneath that left eye. Yeah, I think unanimous decision in chat. Ortiz won that round. Luis Ortiz coming in trying to rough up Andy again. I told you, Ortiz does start faster than Andy. Oh, Andy landed a good right hook. Nicely timed hook from Andy Ruiz. Those fast hands showing right now. Let's see if they end up stepping on each other's lead foot. That's the only thing when you're dealing with southpaw versus orthodox here. So far, Ortiz still feeling like he can control that distance. But Andy's having some moments here. Those fast hands are sneaking up on Ortiz occasionally. Yeah, do not give up range. Nice little body shot right there from Ortiz. Do not give up range to Andy. He will take advantage of that. That's for sure, G-Fig. Oh! Andy Ruiz with a big right hand! Just knocked down Ortiz! Oh boy. Ortiz got clipped right on the jaw. He's a little bit wobbly. Andy's with those hands. Let's see what happens. Oh, down again. Not really. It was more of a push. Not really much of a knockdown that second time. That was more of a push, but still. Oh, boy. Andy definitely dazed him. Andy's got to be careful right now. He's getting really reckless. Andy wants the knockout, you can tell. And funny enough, during the press conference, he said you can't go for knockouts. You got to be careful. You can get clipped. And Ortiz lands a big shot on Andy. Oh, Ruiz taking some big shots now. Literally what Andy said in the press conference you should do. Now Ortiz landing some big left hands. I literally just said you can't just go right in there, Andy. You're going against what you said you weren't going to do. Yeah, Ruiz has always had a pretty good chin. They're going for home runs. That's right. Batter up. I blinked and a fight broke out. Both men, I think, are looking for big shots. Oh, Andy hits a big shot. Andy delivers a right hand. Wow. Woo! Now that's a fight, boys. Ortiz, I don't think he got technically. I don't think he should get. Well, it'd be a 10-7 round if he technically got dropped twice, but I don't think he should have. That second one shouldn't have counted as a drop. He pushed him down on that one, I felt like. But I could be wrong. Let's see. First knockdown was legit. Good hand speed. I felt like that was a push. Oh, maybe not. Top of the head. See if they show it. No. The second one was a push. Yeah, Ortiz was not hurt on that second knockdown at all. But Andy ate a good shot. 8 AJ shots. Yeah, Luis can't hurt him like that. Dude, Luis Ortiz landed a good left hand there. That was just a fun round, man. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, 10-7 is a little wild. I mean, Andy, good for Andy, though. He is using that hand speed to find success. Luis Ortiz coming out the aggressor, though. Now you can see that Luis Ortiz is trying to feint a little bit more, use that jab a little bit more, and time it a little bit more in terms of distance and not give Andy too much. And you can see Luis Ortiz is also changing angles and doing a lot more lateral movement. So, yeah, that's speed and close. Oh, man. Ruiz does okay. I haven't seen him get hit too crazy to the body. He's done okay. I think it's a spot he could possibly get broken down a little bit, though. I haven't seen anyone go after it viciously, though. That's also kind of tough because depending on Andy's height and who he's fighting. So, Luis right now is doing a better job of making Andy have to change his game plan a little bit. Luis Ortiz is moving a little bit more laterally, feinting a lot more, trying to time that left hand a lot more. Andy's looking for single big shots. Good body shot right there from Andy, actually. And now Ortiz with the last 50 seconds has slowed down and got a little bit more stagnant. Yeah, he's laboring a little bit. Absolutely. When he started the round, he was moving beautifully laterally back and forth, changing angles. Now he's gotten as soon as he starts getting a little bit more stagnant in terms of forward backwards, that's when Andy really could time him. And that's when he's going to give him problems. Yeah, dude, he is absolutely dangerous. Andy is dangerous if it's because that hand speed. If you slip up and you get in that mid range where he can hit you with a hook, he's gonna whip one out. He's gonna feint with a jab and then hit you with the right hook, and you're not gonna see it coming. That might be maybe an Ortiz round, I think. You know? Yeah, I think we saw that Andy did really well in terms of eating shots so far. That was a rest round, yeah. Recovery round. For sure. Both guys had a very active round, so they took it down a notch. You know? I didn't see a lot from Andy that round. He had a few, shots here and there. I think one or two to the body, but nothing too crazy. I'd probably go with Ortiz that round, but I mean he's already down anyways from the 10-7. Okay. Both guys are gassed up a little bit more this round. There's gonna be some kind of big shots pretty soon. I think probably within the next 2-3 rounds, because I think someone's gonna get a little bit tired and get a little bit lazy. So I think once someone gets a little lackadaisical, that's when we're going to see someone get hit with something big. Ortiz is still on that front foot from last round. But he's got to be careful. And the question is, how long can Ortiz's legs last him as, being a guy that's 303 years old? Yeah, David, right? So you can see Andy's just looking for one big shot. So that's the one thing Andy has to deal with a lot of times, is someone that has a little bit better reach. If you want to be unbanned from Discord, please talk to the moderator that ended up banning you. Andy right now taking a couple shots, but you can also see that he I read the full chat, man. I already talked to your brother about it. Ortiz. He's not banned because I read the full chat when he was asked to stop. He stopped. Andy right now, I think, is waiting. He's being patient. So right now, Andy's not doing a whole lot this round. I don't know if Andy's going to get this round, but it's a close one. Yeah, he not a lot of engagement. He's making it a close fight for right now. We'll see. We'll see if he pours it on a little bit more. These are big boys. They're going to take a little bit of time. Three, 1 Ortiz. Yep. I think we're basically back to square. We're back to even. He tastes the power. I was like, I'll wait. I just think Andy knows that the longer the fight goes, the better for him. It works in his favor. He's a brawler. Yeah, Ortiz probably the better technical fighter. I think this is a fairly level fight right now. He wants that highlight. Hell, oh, I think Ortiz right now, the longer he goes, the tighter he gets. Andy knows that if he could bring him into deeper water, he'll probably have better success. But at the same time, I'd love to see a little bit more engagement from Andy. Because after a great round, he kind of took his foot off the gas. I think partially because he got tagged a few times from that left hand. Yeah. Ortiz is controlling distance right now. Plus, Ortiz looks like he's trying to, yeah. He's definitely trying to goad him into making a mistake. I think both guys are. I think Andy wants Ortiz to come in, give up some distance, and then see if he can land a big shot. I think Ortiz isn't biting it right now. If RUIZ catches that distance, that left hook is right there. See, there we go again. Andy's trying to paw. He's trying to get these one single shots because if he knows if he can hit him, get him off balance, he can probably hit him with a few shots. But until he can do that, Ortiz is kind of controlling things a little bit. Not a great Ortiz round, though. He's not doing enough work. He's really slowed down. Ortiz is getting a little frustrated with him. This is a close round. Yeah, this round right now, there's no clear winner so far. Oh, Ortiz, say that, and Ortiz lands a few good shots. I think this could be a pattern that we see. I agree. Giving up the center round. I also think that it looks like ring generalship right now is in Ortiz's court. Ortiz is just landed a little flurry there at the end, which doesn't help Andy. We got about 12 seconds left. Let's see if someone lands something to make a statement. Ooh, they swing, but no one lands anything. Weak round. Weak round. I guess you could give that one to Ortiz. You could give that one to Andy. I think that's a pretty toss-up round. It's not a great round for either one of them. You know? I guess you could still give that one to... I mean, if someone said, oh, well, I thought I liked what Andy did. Pretty minimal from both sides. Pretty minimal from both sides. Yeah, that straight right to be set up in a bomb left hook from Andy. Andy's definitely being conservative right now. Yeah, maybe Ruiz ahead. Still not. It had one good round. It's either all or nothing. It is kind of like that, isn't it? Yeah, we can listen to the chorus, but no one's gonna translate. Great point, broke. Yeah, like fucking help us out here. That's funny. I didn't even notice that. I was reading chat. Yeah, no one's making an impact. Ring generalship, and I think controlling center, yeah, is probably going to be the one thing that's going to help Ortiz right now. Dana has it 4-1 for Ortiz based off ring generalship. Yep. Dana, you and David are basically talking the same language. I think that's pretty accurate. Just because Andy might land a shot or two or have a moment, but the rest of the time he's just moving backwards. And then Luis Ortiz is doing just enough, and then add in, you know, the ring generalship. And I think, yeah, he probably takes those rounds. Oh, Andy might have clipped him right there with the right hook. It looks like they're trying to engage a little bit more this round. Can anyone else see what I'm seeing? If Andy shuffles forward and throws that left hook, it's good night, Ortiz. Ortiz lead hand is snagging like a motherfucker. Yeah, no, it's sagging for sure. I think the big thing with Andy is I think Andy's a little nervous of that straight left hand. A little bit of booing right now. But so far, nothing real commanding in this round from either guy. Real slow round. But we got about 20 seconds where we'll have a little bit of fun, probably. Andy lands a right hand, but it looks like it was maybe a grazing shot. You know? Left hand from Ortiz. Andy, nada. Ties up. Ortiz lands something off the clinch. The two knockdowns makes a big difference in scoring. Yeah, Card, absolutely. I think you could give 3 rounds to Andy. Yep. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear you lost that parlay. 5-1 or 4-2 Ortiz. I think either one of those are fair. Yeah, another round that you could give to Luis Ortiz. I think Andy had they looked a little bit better. Andy Ruiz is getting beaten by ancient alien mummy. But okay. Do I need to break out the mask is the question. Are we going to get a robbery? Do I need to break out the ski mask? We will find out. That's my only thing, guys. You know, I'll break out that ski mask. Heading to a draw. Get out the gloves, get the backpacks, get the ski mask. It hasn't happened yet, but it could happen. It has the potential. Right? Not a great fight. I'm hoping it heats up. It could happen. He could be waiting for that second half of the fight to take over. He could be hoping that Luis Ortiz gets a little bit more tired. That makes it easier to soften him up. But, I mean, Andy is giving away serious minutes in these rounds. And the crowd's not too happy about it. It also doesn't look good for Andy to be giving up this much. Are we joining the heist? Love the ski mask commentary. I hope not. I hope we're not. Shades of, oh, dude. Oh, a little flurry right there. Ngannou versus Lewis right now. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that one. Andy landed a little right hook in there. Nothing too serious. They got tied up a little bit. Their feet got tangled up a little bit. Ortiz, I mean, one thing I will say, neither guy is leaning too heavily on the other one. There's not a lot of holding, at least. There's just a lot of circling. A lot of circling and not a lot of engagement. Sadly. Sadly, that's what we're dealing with here. And I think that's... Oh, good body shot from Andy. Good straight right hand to the body. That was a good little shot. Not maybe another right hand from Andy. Oh, knockdown! That looked like a right hook from Andy Ruiz. And that sweat went flying off Ortiz's head. Okay. Andy Ruiz. I don't think he's going to have the time to do anything, but Ortiz's left eye's closing. It looks like Andy's going to steal some of those rounds back that he gave up. Doug, what's going on? Let's see what the shot was. I think it's a right hook. Yeah, it was right hook. Yeah, dude, that was a right hook to the temple. 10-8 round for Andy. Good short punch from Andy. Fast. That was a great little punch. Sweat exploded. Ortiz has to be up on the cards. I mean, I think Ortiz might be up on the cards right now because Andy basically had one 10-7 round and then he just had a 10-8 round. So 5 rounds for him, maybe. So Ruiz should be technically maybe up on the card right now, I would say. So this is a weird fight. That was a Conor McGregor hammer punch to the temple. It is a little bit of a weird fight. It has like these weird little spurts of excitement. And other than that, it's fairly dull, but there's just enough there to keep you engaged. Anytime there's flurries, Ortiz is losing those engagements. He really needs to be careful. Very good shot by Ruiz, yeah. I mean, let's put it this way. Ruiz probably has enough in the bank to possibly win if he can get if he can get 2 rounds. I think he'll get awarded the fight. If he can just get 2 rounds, if Andy can clearly win 2 rounds, I think he'll get it. Just based off knockdowns and winning a couple rounds, Andy will win. Yeah, this is definitely not a #1 contender eliminator like I thought. But yeah, I agree. I'm not seeing the quality. Fluff butterfly kisses for a jab from Ortiz. Ortiz is still keeping that left hand cocked, but his hands are getting a little bit lower. You have Ruiz up by a lot now. I mean, he's guaranteed to win if he can get a couple rounds. It's an easy win for Andy. Just from knockdowns alone. $20 seconds. Ortiz lands a nice little left, but nothing too crazy. $10 seconds. This is the downfall of Ruiz. Yeah, he can't put away a senior citizen. I can't imagine him. Oh my God. Yeah, big title fight. Yeah, that's for sure. It's the Mexican butterbean. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Ma'am, we'll see what happens because they should electrocute both of these fighters. Yeah, so long to the Mexican Rocky. Well, this is the problem with Andy Ruiz. Chris Arreola fight wasn't great. This fight, he's having some good moments in this fight, but nothing crazy. I think Wilder would. I think it's safe to say that. What the fuck is Shane Mosley wearing? I think it's safe to say that Wilder lands one big shot at Andy Ruiz, and it's a problem, man. Sugar Shane Mosley going out to the club afterwards. Oh, Andy Ruiz landing some good shots here. Nice right hook from Andy. Oh, no knockdown, push down from Ortiz. I'm guessing his tattoos match his decals on his car. Yeah, both fighters lose stock in this fight no matter the outcome. I agree with that, David. Good right hand from Andy. Uh-oh, Ortiz's left eye is really starting to get a little bit closed. I'm just about to hit 205 for timing here in the 9th. If Ortiz's left eye starts to close a little bit more, it's going to be a real problem for him. Ortiz might be in his 50s. Yeah, he might be. He might be. Okay, so yeah, I just hit that same time tug. Little flurry there. Nothing clean from either guy, though. Tell you this much, Andy's definitely going to look better this round if it were to end right now, but we have a minute 20 left. You're 15 seconds ahead. I'm 12 on his passport when he came over. I think Ortiz is not able to be as effective as he was earlier. Andy being a little bit more aggressive. Better round. This is a better round for Andy. He's probably going to, I mean, right now. Oh, there is a Twitch delay. True. Good left hand from Ortiz, but if Ortiz gets dropped again, then they should stop the fight. I don't know if they would, but depending on how badly he gets dropped, I mean, you got to start thinking about his age if you're his corner. Tug. Tug trying to I'll say this way, if with it being the last round, you probably wouldn't stop it on the last round, but that second knockdown wasn't a legit knockdown for Andy. I think Andy's won that round. So, yeah, he did get the better, and then he coasted a lot. You're right. He did, Wolf. He didn't take too many risks when he didn't have to. You think he has his own OnlyFans? I mean, that's a lot of cake behind that big man. He could make some money. I mean, people pay for Trisha Paytas' OnlyFans, so you never know. So. Oh, yeah, I saw his trunks. Like I said, that's a lot of cake right on that backside. Yeah, Ortiz's eye is not good. Imagine if the ref was sponsored by OnlyFans. I think I'm going to predict this like I said last time. I think this is a Ruiz win by points. I think that's what we're going to get. I don't think Andy's going to take too many risks going on from here. I think he feels pretty good that he's got the fight. As long as he doesn't do anything stupid. This is not a great performance by Andy. He has flashes. Oh, he just took a good shot from Ortiz. Black China made $240 million from fans. Oh my God, OnlyFans last year. Holy crap. That's an insane amount of money. Ortiz is probably winning this round right now. Andy's taking a few shots I wouldn't advise him to. Is OnlyFans creators promoting fighters the future? If they have the money, absolutely. I think it was Tony Bellew said he has like an OnlyFans, but it's more like just him hanging out with like fans. You know? Yeah, the 10th round, man. And there's no urgency from either guy. I want to start an OnlyFans. This is not great. Needs to keep countering. The crowd can boo, but he needs to stay safe. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Ruiz is just he feels confident in the cards. Ortiz probably took this round. I would say Ortiz won that round. I'll tell you what, For all the questions about if there should be an AJ versus Andy Ruiz rematch, I would say probably not a good idea if you're Andy Ruiz. Trace Leches cakes. I mean, can't win if you don't punch. That's for damn sure. Except for the only thing that's been great in this fight is the knockdowns have been fun. And that's when Andy actually turns it up. AJ versus Wilder. I agree. I'd rather have AJ versus Deontay Wilder any day of the week. Oh, damn, Dane. I didn't know that. That's fucking criminal. I have this. Oh, yeah, I got the ski mask. We got the ski mask for sure. Ortiz corner thinks he's winning. Right hook. I mean, yeah, if we can get one good right hook from Andy Ruiz, it's all over. I don't think Ortiz. I mean, there's just been so many knockdowns. I'll tell you this much. After seeing this fight, I don't think Andy Ruiz wants a rematch with fucking Parker. Parker looked really good in his last fight. I mean, oh yeah, no, he has OnlyFans on his fucking ass, dude. Oh yeah, he has it right on his trunks. Oh yeah, I agree. Don't ever let the judges decide your fate. Oh yeah, no, we'll be chatting for a little bit after the fight's done. Ortiz eyes is a little bit messed up for sure. The guy has butterflies though. He does, which is some other company. Only rounds I gave to Andy, yeah, where he got knockdowns on Ortiz. Oh, good shot from Andy Ruiz. He's gonna go for it, maybe. Oh man, that eye really puffed up after Andy hit that. Andy's getting a little bit feisty here. He's kind of going for a little bit here in the 11th. I think if Andy's feeling pretty good right now. King Kong is big as hell for no reason. The Goonie guy. Hey, you guys. What was it? Baby, roof. That guy? You mean that guy, G-Fig? Sloth? What's his name? Sloth? Yeah, that guy, right? Oh my God. It's meta. You think is on Ortiz's trucks? Ortiz's eyes not looking great. That was probably a Ruiz round, I think it's fair to say. Luis Ortiz thought the fight was over. He started walking towards the center for a second. Oh, they're definitely going to ask Ortiz if he's going to retire. Oh, that right hand from Andy was real sharp. But I got to be honest, Andy Ruiz is not looking good, man. Yeah, he hits him. He gets one good shot, Wolf, and then he just completely lets off the gas. 6'5". That's probably accurate. If Ortiz gets a knockdown, we might have a draw. Otherwise, Ruiz is going to win on points. Yep. Let's go, number 12. I think Ortiz knows he has to make some kind of big statement. Here we go. Ortiz is really going to go for it. We might get a big knockdown this round. Oh, Ortiz lands some good straight right hands. Oh, Ortiz landing some great shots. Here we go. Again, at least they're going to give us a good finish, hopefully, here. I like that Ortiz isn't going to rest on his laurels here. He's going to really kind of go for it. Come on. He keeps walking into punches. It's true. Andy's definitely, so far, Andy's taking some good shots this round. I think Andy's just trying to just get out of the round. Andy's just like, I don't need to worry. As long as I survive this round, I win. Minute 40 left. Ruiz is just playing it super safe right now. After getting hit a couple times, he doesn't want to do anything stupid. And he's gonna get the W. Oh, good left shot. Another good left hand. And he lands a right hand, but not really much. Luis Ortiz. Trying. 1 minute left, though. I'm trying to save some energy for the after party. All the makings of a robbery. Oh, come on. We got 42 seconds left. Just put us out of our misery. Let's get this done. Ortiz lands another good shot. Ortiz is going to win this round. But without a knockdown, I don't think... I think they're going to give it to Ruiz. Yeah, this fight did suck. This whole card was pretty solid except for this fight. Yeah, I'll tell you this much. Andy Ruiz does not look like a champion in the making. He does not look very good. 10 seconds. Okay. That would be amazing. And that is all, folks. And that was not a very good fight. Andy Ruiz. Let's see what Twitter has to say. Let's see what Twitter has to say. Let's see. I'm looking for a Ruiz right hand to land at the early. Yep. Let's see if I can get an updated one. Shitty fight compared to the rest of the card? Absolutely. Let's see if I can get a latest update. I mean, Andy's going to win because of the knockdowns. Ortiz wins for if he had UFC rules. Let's see. I gotta say, if the knockdowns are probably gonna decide this. Okay. Ruiz is gonna win. He's gonna win by decision. I want to leave the village too. I mean, that's the deal. Let's see what other people are saying right now. Ortiz with lots of heart and lots of flurries in the 12th. This person had it 6-6. But with the 3 knockdowns, it's going to be Andy by 114, 111. So get the mask out, get the gloves, get the back pat. And the most boring participation fight of all night. Yeah, dude, absolutely. Decision's in. Let's see who wins. Yeah, I mean, he looks fine other than the eye. Other than the baby roof eye. Other than that one eye, he looks fine. So, Ernie, thank you so much for the tip, man. I appreciate that. Score titles are... $113, $112. $115, $111. All three in favor of Andy Ruiz. Oh, dude, Arnie, that's awesome, man. Man, not a great fight. Yeah, I called it. Hey, there was just too many knockdowns. There was one knockdown that was not a legitimate knockdown. Had Andy Ruiz decision at plus 300 too. So let's go. There you go, man. I think it's safe to say that yeah, you wanted him to win, but not like this. Andy Ruiz was such a favorite because people thought he would do better fighting against a man that's 580 years old. But, you know, he didn't look great. That's why. I don't know about destroyed, but that was interesting. Ruiz did not look very good. He really lost a lot of rounds, and he did not look very good. I don't think that was a great fight, honestly, for either one of them. No, I agree. 3 mix exactly. That was definitely not. Dana, happy birthday to you, man. Can we all give a happy birthday to Dana in chat, guys? All the fights were pretty fun other than the main event. Now the mighty have fallen. Oh, man. Knockdowns were the difference, was one take. Let's see, Michael Benson. Tyson Fury beats both easily, of course. Dude went 12 rounds with a 43-year-old. That was a huge win for Ruiz. What a fight. I don't know about huge. People just aren't overly enthusiastic. King, of course. David. No, Luis Ortiz is a big boy. I don't think we want to see Luis Ortiz back, man. That's not a normal 43-year-old, that's for sure. And he gets the W, but not great. Okay. Let's see. Teddy Atlas has this to say. Yeah, maybe Ruiz could have done more, but he also had to be cautious of the left. I think Ruiz won. Let's see who Andy calls out first, and then we can watch a quick video after that. Y'all did Andy dirty with his pick. That was a bad pick by PBC. They just did for the win. My God. People weren't too pleased. Yeah, he fought scared a little bit, yeah. He called out Jake Paul. How the hell is Andy Ruiz a #1 contender? Were we listening to Teddy Alice at 2002? Is that a thing? Oh man, his YouTube channel is fucking massive. It blew up quick. I'm just looking at Twitter right now. So, called out KSI. Oh shit. I heard he called out Slim. He wants to fight Slim and then Sam Hyde. Shit, man. Well, look, if you're a Andy Ruiz fan, you know, David, man. Oh, Deontay Wilder's in the middle of the ring. Ski mask now. Let's go. Let's go. Wilder's in the middle of the ring. Pena, he won. Cincy. So it looks like, you know, Deontay Wilder's saying a lot of nice things about Luis Ortiz. Let's see. I think we got to talk about this. We got to talk about Wilder. We got to talk about Wilder fighting fucking Andy Ruiz here for a second. Just for a quick second after this is all done. Okay. We're all done here. We are all done with that. Okay. So let's have a quick conversation. Let's have a quick conversation here. Okay. So, couple things. Andy Ruiz did not look good. Beheading. Dude, Andy Ruiz did not look good. And I think that it's fair to say that if he got gifted one knockdown, that second knockdown, I do not think that was a legit knockdown. That looked like a push down on my part. I think that overall, Ruiz is lucky he fought a guy that's 169 years old and whose output is very minimal because of that. And dude, talk it perfect. And I think because the output was so low, he was able to conserve his energy and just not worry about rounds as much. I think that Andy Ruiz needs to decide what his main game plan is going to be if he fights any of these guys that are top level, because you can't take off massive chunks of massive chunks of the fight. Andy Ruiz barely did anything, and that's not going to fly when you start going to high level. It's not going to fly. You can't do that. And you know, oh, Ernie, you can call me GT, you can call me Glove. That's either one of those. Looking at BoxRec, who I don't always love their rankings. Usyk, AJ, Wilder. Andy Ruiz on BoxRec was ranked number 4. Then it was Dillian White, who we could argue, I think, if you're going to have 2 losses, AJ and losing to Fury should bump him up. Joseph Parker, Luis Ortiz on their card was number 7 ranked for heavyweight. Derek Chisora, Pulev, Joe Joyce. Interesting little Schmidt there. And then they have Michael Hunter as a number 11, who hasn't really been impressing me lately either. I'll be honest, we have a very top heavyweight division right now, man. It's very heavy at the top with Usyk, AJ, and I would arguably say Wilder. And if you throw Fury into that mix, they are very much above all these other guys. All of them. Andrew Ruiz looked really, really bad. Dillian White, fun fighter, brawler style. He will lose to all of those guys. Wilder will spark him out. Just, you know. That's just, it's really disappointing to see Andy Ruiz not do well tonight. He should have done better. So going forward, Andy's probably going to wait to see who wins between what happens with Parker and Joyce. He's probably going to see what happens with Deontay Wilder and Helenius. And either way, I think the easier fight would be to make would be Wilder. But that's just due to them being with PBC. I think Dillian White would have a very good shot against him. I am not seeing a message. Where in Discord you put it? Maybe memes. Oh, there it is. I would say that would be a better fight I'd like to see. I think Andy is like 6, Ortiz is 7. But yeah, both those, I mean, they neither one of them looked great. Neither one of them looked great. You know? Think you could knock out Ruiz or Ortiz first? I'd go for the old man probably first. I don't know. Andy Ruiz did not look good, though. Let's see what this video is really quick. My goodness. By the way, we will be live next weekend for Savannah Marshall versus Shields. Women's boxing main event. Awesome. Okay, let me check out what this video is so we can get this going. And then that'll probably be it. But thank you guys for being here tonight. Hopefully you guys have been having a good time. We do this every single Saturday. Oh my goodness. And Sunday. So we'll see how it all plays out. Let me see if I can get this loaded up properly. No. Why is it not finding it? Give me 1 second. There it is. Okay. So, quick last little thing, and then we'll be heading our way. Sure this is big enough. Oop. This is pretty good. Oh, that's so good. I have not seen Tyson on Hulu. I won't watch it. because they stole his life and didn't pay him for it. Jake Paul fans. Very solid. Very solid. Nice job on finding that one, Tulkin. All right, guys. Have a great week. And I'll see you in the Discord, hopefully. And we'll see you next weekend. Have a good one.